My Mandarin Meringue Pie. So to get started, I'll make my crust. I love a shortbread cookie crust. It's super easy. I'm starting with store-bought shortbread. I love these little guys. I'll plop 12 of them into my food processor. 12, yeah. I'll sweeten this with 2 tablespoons of sugar and a pinch of salt to balance all the sweetness. And then I'll pulse these until they're crumbly. It's crumbly. There are a few bigger bits, but they'll continue to be broken up as I pulse in the butter. I've got 4 tablespoons of melted, unsalted butter here, and I'll use this just to bring it all together. This looks tasty. I would eat this on its own. This is a 9-inch pie dish. I'll dump this into my pie plate and press it out evenly and firmly all over the bottoms and sides. My family was made for Thanksgiving. We are all obsessed with eating, and more so obsessed with eating large quantities of food. My dad is always talking about his bulk food requirement. They clean out my fridge. They eat all of the leftovers. Yeah, we go hard on Thanksgiving. Okay. I'll bake this up so that it gets crisp and crunchy at 350 degrees for 10 to 12 minutes until it's slightly browned. And while it bakes, I'll get going on my custard. I love the subtle tang that the citrus imparts in this custard. You can really use any orange here, but I love how sweet these little mandarin guys are. And also, I'm Mandarin. I'm starting with 1 tablespoon of mandarin orange zest into my saucepan. It's a lot of zest, but it'll be a lot of flavor. We have these mandarins around all the time because they're really juicy and easy to peel. Bernie lives on them. I'll also squeeze some juice in there. I'll combine this with half a cup of sugar and let it come to a boil while I whisk. Okay, this has come to a boil. That's all I need to do for cooking for this custard. I'll get it off of the heat and allow it to cool slightly while I whisk up my eggs. I've got 2 large eggs here, plus an extra egg yolk for added richness. And then whisk in a 1/4 cup of evaporated milk for creaminess, but not too much heaviness. This filling is actually relatively light and bright. It goes with the citrus vibe. A little vanilla complements the orange so nicely, and some salt to bring out all of these flavors. And now my syrup is cool enough, it won't cook the eggs. So I'll drizzle it in as I continue to whisk. Oh, that orange smells delightful. I'll get this good and smooth. I'll pour this into my crust. Fits perfectly. I love it when that happens. I'll bake this at 325 degrees for 25 to 30 minutes until the custard is set. The center bit should still be a little jiggly though. That's how I know that it's not overbaked. My pie is cooled and it's ready for its fluffy meringue hat. This was super straightforward to make. I just beat together egg whites, sugar, cream of tartar, and salt over a double boiler until it's light, foamy, and reaches 135 degrees. Then remove it from heat and beat on medium for 1 to 2 minutes, and then increase to medium-high until I get stiff, glossy peaks. And now the most satisfying part of making this pie is swooping on the meringue. For me, really, the meringue is about that fluffy, sweet texture. Sort of takes the place of a whipped cream or ice cream that you would otherwise have with pie. Grab a spoon and get some big swoops, because then when I toast these edges, it'll look like that classic meringue pie. Okay, now to bring out my inner pyro, I have a torch to toast the edges. I'll start far away. You can always get closer with the fire and gradually see it toasting before your very eyes. This is so satisfying. Smells like a toasted marshmallow. All right, I think I better stop right there. That is a stunner. I can't wait to slice into this.